okay, I'm good. Hello and welcome to your actual weekly dose of reviewing stuff. The series that I'm going to review a bunch of random things all together and make that into one of the episodes of this actual weekly dose of reviewing stuff. And as of for today's episode here, I'm going to take you a look at the webcam that I've gotten not a long time ago. And before we get into a brief look at the webcam right here, so make sure that you have hit the like button down below this video, or you can share this video here if you really want to. So it's up to you now. And the most importantly, before we watch this video right here, make sure that you have subscribed to my channel and enjoy the full experience. And first of all, as we take a look at this old webcam right here, oh, just look at this. Just look how old this thing is. And this Chinese generic webcam right here, this thing, it doesn't even have a brand, but although it does have a brand slapped onto the webcam like this, but although I couldn't read Chinese at all, so you see that branding right there. And this thing right here, you wouldn't get much of the features of this webcam right here, so this is what you're gonna expect a webcam back in almost 13 years ago. And on the front right there, you would get the camera, which fortunately it does have a manual focus, which you can actually go to focus on your subject, or even you can focus on your skin like that for some macro shots. And you've got an LED lights on the side right there, which somehow somebody said the LEDs didn't work. But on the back right there, there is a switch right here, which what it actually does is just going to turn on the LED light, and that's it. But unfortunately, it doesn't even give you a shutter switch on the top, but it's just a plain looking plastic on the top, and you only got the switch on the back right there to turn on the LEDs. And this thing right here, you wouldn't get much of the features of this webcam right here, but interestingly, it has a microphone, which fortunately is an old style type of a microphone, which they kind of look like a microphone that you might find on the headsets back then, or even my Anytech headphones right here, which it has this type of a boom microphone on the left side of the headphones like that. But this one right here, it kind of resembles that, but this one right here, it was from 13 years ago. This is what you're gonna expect, a microphone like this on a webcam. And here is your USB 2.0, pretty standard, and you got a 3.5mm jack right here for connecting the microphone to your computer if your computer has a microphone input. And that's really it. And here's the base right here where you can put onto your wall or onto your table if you prefer. And this base right here somehow is just doesn't even want to work anymore. But since this one right here, it uses the adhesive to do all of that. But somehow the adhesive right here is just doesn't even want to work. And judging by this switch right here where it's actually supposed to work, but right now it just doesn't work. But I'm gonna say the most of the modern webcam these days were having the microphones, which they will bring actually suck onto the body of the webcam, like this one here for example, which I do have a review about this in the older series, so you can go check them out if you really want to. So this is the so-called Z3 webcam right here, which this one right here is also unbranded, but it kind of shapes like a modern Logitech webcam going on here. And this thing right here, it has a microphone on the left side or the right side of the camera, and it has only a USB, which is going to connect both the microphone and the camera at the same time. And even the other one right here that I have is this one right here. I do also have a review about this in the older series, but it was like in the older episodes where I was not speaking in English, but I was speaking Thai back then. And this thing right here, it also has a USB 2.0 right here, a pretty same standard. And this one, it also got the microphone, but somehow the microphone on this thing, it doesn't even want to work. And it also has a night vision infrared LEDs, which they actually work, but they are really dim. So, and there's a microphone right there below the camera. And alright, so that's really it for taking a brief look at this 13-year-old unbranded generic webcam right here, and a really long talk about my other stuff that I got. And on the back right there also a fun fact, there's a warranty on there, which somehow it's just got worn off so much, and I couldn't even tell the day where this thing was actually made. But I presume that this thing is made in China, judging by the Chinese letter on there. But do it still work in 2023? Oh well, I'm gonna say it might work though, but the quality, which I'm going to do it on my modern laptop anyways. Alright, so right now I'm going to connect this generic Chinese webcam right here for 13 years ago into my modern notebook right here to see if my modern notebook which you are going to see if this 13-year-old unbranded webcam right here would recognize on my modern notebook right here, which right now I have it on. So right now I'm going to type my password, which I'm not going to show you what it looks like, so I'm just going to do this instead of just putting something else on video. Oh, there we go. And as you can see right now I have it turned on, and right now I'm going to plug it in. Alright, so I heard a Windows 11 noise, and right now I'm going to open up the camera, go on full screen, and this time right now I have removed the rule of thirds guide. So and right now I'm going to switch the camera, and there we go. The camera works, and you can clearly see that on the screen right now. The camera is working, but let's check out the quality of this thing first before I get to anything about the camera test. So for the camera settings right here, let's get into photo settings, I guess. So we got 0.3 megapixels, 620 by 480. We also got 0.08 megapixels, 220 by 240, and we got 116 by 120, and we got 352 by 288, and we got 176 by 144, which is a 144p actually. And for the video, same as the photo, but except it's in 480p, 240p, and we've got 120p, 288p, and 144p at 30 frames per second. And you can clearly see that right now I have the feed from the camera right here, which you're going to see the phone right there, which right now I have shut it off, and you can see the phone, which right now I'm doing a recording on video, and because some stuff right there on that table, and the fan. And right now I'm going to shot some photos with this. So, I will be right back later. This might take a few minutes. And what you're going to see in this part of the video right now is the actual video test from a 13-year-old Chinese unbranded generic webcam himself. And you can clearly see that right now is doing a video recording, and right now is doing its own job. And right now I'm going to do a manual focus on this thing. So right now I'm going to get to focus like that, and you can clearly see that right now my face is blurry. And right now I'm going to grab my 2017 Nokia 3310 to get into focus to work. And you can clearly see that right now is focusing on 2 megapixel camera along with the flash and the Nokia. And when I flip like that to the screen, it's going to focus on the dust on the screen. You can clearly see the dust on the screen right there, along with the reflection of himself. If I scroll to here, it's going to focus on the keyboard of this thing. Pretty crisp, isn't it? If I focus it even more, you will get a nice crisp macro close-up shot. Focus even more, and there we go, get an idea. If I focus it even more once again, it's going to be like that. And alright, so this webcam right here, somehow it was doing really good job at doing close-up shots like this, like what I've tested with Nokia 3310 2017 model area. And alright, so and this thing right here, somehow it still has a really nice and crisp 480p video quality, but it mostly depends on what you're going to think about this webcam here. So is it the best at using it in 2023 or the next year or the next year? So not going to judge on that, but the only thing that I really discovered about the LEDs, which somebody said the LEDs right here, it doesn't work. So, and right now I'm going to turn it on if there's anything. Oh well, the battery working. Oops, I'm just flashing like that. Come on. Alright, never mind then. The LEDs just doesn't even want to work. Alright, so that's basically it for a video recording on a 13-year-old Chinese webcam right here. And for the microphone, which I didn't use the actual microphone on this thing, but since the microphone on this thing, the quality is so horrendous, and the only way that I can record an audio from this is only through my modern notebook right here. And that's basically it for a video recording on a 13-year-old Chinese unbranded webcam. And you can clearly see that right now it's still focusing my face, and the background kinda. Alright, so take me back to a Sony Xperia XA1 please. And you might have seen some photos and video tests that I've done with this 13-year-old Chinese on-brand generic webcam right here. For the camera of this thing right here, which I'm gonna say the quality is so much pretty decent, but although not decent that much as what the modern webcams have. But although for a 0.3 megapixel quality, which I'm gonna say this is what you're gonna get on a 13-year-old generic webcam like this one here. And for the manual focus, which I did actually use in some shots, which I'm gonna say this thing right here is doing a really good job at doing some close-up shots or macro shots. But despite having a manual focus on the camera itself, which is basically just like a ridges or something that is like a little eye on there, you see? And the lens itself right here, which it still kind of reminds me of a jazz camcorder. You know what I mean? And the only thing that I really discovered about the webcam right here is that the LEDs, which they were actually turned on, but somehow they were just doesn't even want to work. And I don't even know if it's actually due to a bridge switch that is actually doing that, or maybe it's just my imagination. But oh well, they actually said the LEDs don't work. So it might be the problem with the switch on the back right here, which somehow the bridge is just kind of loose and it just doesn't even want to work anymore. And for the video quality, which I'm gonna say the video quality of this thing is 480p at 30 frames per second, which for the video quality of this thing, which it looks really decent. But although for a 13-year-old webcam right here, which this is what you're gonna get back then. And for the blue quality of this thing, which I'm gonna say it's really tough. After 13 years, it doesn't even melt or anything due to the sunlight. But the build quality looks really good. And for the microphone on this thing, which I'm gonna say I didn't test it, but I do have some microphone testing the area, which, oh well, the microphone on this thing, it kind of reminds me of a World War II microphone quality sort of, but at least it actually gives me a 3.5mm jack for connecting to your microphone jack on your computer or whatever you want. But imagine if I'm going to put this on an audio recorder. But though, the only thing that I did actually notice about this webcam here is that it has a really narrow field of view, and it feels like a 50 or 45mm of focal length or something. So this is actually what you're gonna get on a 13-year-old generic webcam like this. But for the video quality of this thing, which it still kind of reminds me of a 2007 webcam video vibes type of. And for the build quality of this thing, which I pre-assume that mostly made out of plastic, and this the only part right here where it's actually made out of some sort of a lead going on here, a lead type of something like that. And alright, so that's basically it for my review of this 13-year-old Chinese unbranded webcam right here that I got from somebody else, probably my relatives, I think. And hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to leave us a like, comment, and also, the most importantly, like what I said in the beginning of the video, it is to subscribe to my channel. And I do appreciate that, and we'll see you guys later in the next video, where I'm going to do more quality content like this for you guys. And alas, for now. Or maybe I'm just going to use this webcam. But anyways, bye!